My name is Will, not the science guy. I'm here tonight to explain some things. Ready or not, here we go. We're doing cells and organelles. And that's all the rapping you're gonna get until I do get 10 subscribers. But yes, that's what we're doing today. Cells and organelles. Yeah, this one I look like. That's what Will, not a science guy, looks like without the shades. You already knew that. But anyway. So we got our new motto of science and crap, suggested by Wiener Wars XX. XX Wiener Wars XX. Thank you. XX Wiener Wars XX. First one to do it because we were getting absolutely zero publicity. But anyway, on to the topic today, a little out of the science guy. We are doing cells and organelles. So again, hello audience and welcome to Will Nye the Science Guy in Will Nye Labs. And today we're going to learn about cells. And no, not jail cells, but everyone that thought I was talking about jail should go there. Nah, that's too harsh. Wrong. Nothing's too harsh with Will Nye the Science Guy. Plus, how would I talk about jail cells anyway? I'm a scientist, for God's sake. Was I supposed to say that with a knife? Give me a minute. I'm a scientist, for God's sake. Boy, I got a better idea. Give me that's all the knives in there. I'm a scientist, for God's sake. I want to throw one out, but I don't think that would end well. Anyway, before I get sidetracked, let's talk about living cells. There are two main types, and most of you watching this who had pre-AP 7th grade science last year know what I'm talking about. You have your prokaryotes and your eukaryotes. And no, it is not pronounced prokaryotes or eukaryotes or eukaryotes. It's pronounced prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Come on, camera guy, say it with me. Alright? Alright, so prokaryote. Come on, say it with me. Prokaryote and eukaryote. Everyone give him a hand. There's no one else here. Anyway, now let's get to knowing the differences between the two types of living cells. The main difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes is that eukaryotes have a nucleus. But we'll get into organelles in a little bit. Yes, I'm aware that there's a rap about it. So, to please everyone, I will make my own version of that rap if at least 2 people comment they want to see it, and I have to reach 10 subscribers as I previously stated. Anyway, back to prokaryotes. Prokaryotes, since they don't have a nucleus, they have a different organelle to hold their DNA and genetic materials, and that's called a nucleoid. And that is a nucleoid on my awesome diagram that I hand drew. Yeah, Will Nye's an artist. Not really, but I can draw cells and science stuff by tracing it on my computer screen and memes. Which brings me to this. Robbie Rotten has cancer again. This is a serious subject. We need to support him again, guys. He's gonna die. He has terminal cancer. We need to watch. We Are Number One again, you know. Hey! You know that one? Well, we need to watch it again to support him. It's terminal cancer. I mean, he's gonna die anyway. It's terminal. But we can support him. Make it look like we try. I think we should be able to agree on that. And back to nucleuses and nucleoids. So, anyway, a nucleoid is just pretty much the same thing as a nucleus. It's just spread out, irregularly shaped, because you got all the chromosomes everywhere. And then another difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes are more complex and have more organelles, because, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all of those. I'm not even count that. I can't count that high. For the future reference, I cannot count before 16, and you know you should be able to tell I can't count because I said before. Anyway, eukaryotes also possess linear DNA. But what does that mean, Will Nye? Seriously, people are driving me insane with all these questions every freaking time. Frickin'! Whatever, I'm just gonna give you the short answer. Linear DNA is straight, not the sexual type, but, prokaryotes are probably gay anyway. Because, they like their own type. Seriously, they're asexually split. Like, boom. Now there's two of me. I'm sorry if I had a good video editor. I would make a video of me splitting into two Will Nyes. And if I could do that, I'd make a new entry, Will Nye the Science Guy. Will Nye the Science Guy. Will. I'll do that entire thing. If I can figure it out. That'd be cool. Not for most of you, it'd be terrifying because there's more than one of me. But, back to the DNA. Linear is straight, means it is formed in straight lines. However, in prokaryotes, their DNA is circular. It goes around, like revolve, it's around. Hey. Who left the banana peel on the floor? Flipping in the slide on this banana peel. Ha ha ha. That's also weird. Number 1. Support Robbie Rotten, folks. Anyway, so yeah, that's the difference between linear and straight. Oh wait, that's not right. Linear is circular. Anyway, so now that we've known the differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes, let's look at some organelles. First organelle we're going to look today, Will Nye Labs, TM, is Nucleus Nucleolus. Bam and bam and bam. Oh, that's what that is. I always thought there was something there. Anyway, we're going to shorten nucleus and nucleoid to nukes, the nukes, for the remainder of this session. If I had another sheet of paper, I should have drawn a nuclear symbol. We can talk about nuclear stuff in the next episode. In fact, everyone that wants to hear me ramble on about particles, subatomic particles, all that, waves, and nuclear stuff, and how they make nuclear bombs, comment that, or like this. If I get 3 likes, I'll do it. Please give me likes. Subscribe and like. Please! Anyway. So, the nukes are somewhat the brain of the cell, telling the cell what it should look like and when it should split using either mitosis and meiosis, not meiosis, but the nucleus's main purpose is to hold the entire cell's DNA and tell it when it should enter mitosis. However, if the cell's nucleus has been interfered with by, say, X-rays or some other type of radioactive waves, it will become a cancerous cell. Like, Dewey gives you. Anyone seen the meme Dewey? It gives you cancer. It's bad. And say it will become cancer cell, or, it's also called a polyp, but cancer cell's better. Which goes through many more mitoses, we'll get to that later, at a much faster rate. But radiation is not the only thing that makes a cell cancerous. Most people get cancer from smoking, or watching a dead meme, like previously mentioned, Dewey. Come on, brother! We must find Dewey! I know, it's dead. You all just got cancer. No, that you all have cancer. Even you, Mr. Cameraman. Smoking gets bad chemicals in your body, which alters cell growth and creates polyps, which is bad. Bad means get in your brain and make you think about them. That also creates polyps. No, not really. Just had to get that out of the way, so I can't be tagged as a fake scientist, which I'm not. The nucleus also works with the ribosomes and the nucleolus the little ball inside of the nucleus that makes it look like an eyeball, somewhat, or an olive. Depends on your point of view. Alright, average people, you may want to skip this part because here comes the science talk. Real scientists, that's my best buddies. Real scientists. Yeah, right, best buddies. Feel free to stay and listen. The nucleolus is a round body located inside the nucleus of a eukaryotic cell. It is not only surrounded by a membrane, but sits in the nucleus. The nucleolus makes ribosomal subunits for proteins and ribosomal RNA, also known as rRNA. Then it sends the subunits out to the rest of the cell, where they combine into complete ribosomes. Ribosomes make proteins, which are necessary in order to make repairs to the cell, and also to carry out chemical processes. The vacuoles. The vacuole is probably the easiest organelle I'll talk about today besides the cell wall. The vacuole stores chemicals and organic matter, along with water to support the cell. Not so complicated, eh? Oh god, now I'm Canadian. Why am I Montreal? Or worse, Toronto! Panic attack. I'm seriously. Anyway, I'm no offense to my Canadian viewers, if I have any Canadian viewers. Nah. Anyway, on to the Endoplasmic Reticulum. Bum bum bum. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum, which we will use to shorten to ER, not to be confused with emergency room. So the rough ER is called rough because ribosomes are attached to its surface. As for the smooth one, it has none. The smooth ER does is help storage, like the vacuole, but it also different because it doesn't store the same materials as the vacuole. What it stores and creates are mainly steroids and lipids, not the drug steroids, but the hormone. Look it up, it's a real thing. But anyway, the main purpose of both is to make more simple, is more simple than I make it sound. It transports, folds, and modifies materials in the cell. Just takes the king bottom and push it somewhere else, like you said. And then the next organelle I'm going to look at today is a lysosome. Lysosomes are also pretty simple. They are the waste disposal system in the cell. And yes, it is essentially the toilet of the cell. It processes material like dead cells or cellular waste products, and not cellular like Verizon, and digests them into a useful form. They are also programmed to kill the cell if anything goes wrong with the mitosis process, therefore preventing a cancerous outbreak. However, this process is not perfect because it is also interfered with by radioactive waves and cannot delete the cell as it becomes a polyp. The next organelle to look at is one of my friend's personal favorite, the Golgi apparatus. Applause. Anywho, so, the job of the Golgi is to process and bundle macromolecules like proteins and lipids as they're synthesized within the cell. The Golgi apparatus is also sometimes compared to a post office inside the cell, since one major function is to modify, sort, and package proteins to be secreted. Next, we will see the mitochondria, the power plant of the cell. The mitochondria is the main part of cell respiration, where they take air, water, a bunch of stuff, and then they turn it into, what do you call it? I forgot, whatever. So next we're going to see, what does it do? It breaks down all this stuff in the sugar. That's the word I was looking for. It breaks down sugars, waters, and oxygen and then turns into energy which can be used by the cell. This earns it the nickname of the power plant of the cell. Mitochondria are only found in eukaryotic cells. The cytoplasm is the jelly-like substance that all the organelles float in. It is composed of mostly water and salts. Anyway, let's move on to the most important part of the cell, the wall. You know, like there's in Mexico, I think. I don't know. Anyway, cell walls are found in both prokaryotes and eukaryotes, but are not found in animal cells. They are found in bacteria, fungi, and plants, and also some protists. The function of the cell wall is to protect the inner cell, which can be said for pretty much the cell membrane. Hold on a minute, this is driving me nuts. Where's it coming from? Alright, everyone ignore that for the remainder of the episode. I don't know if you'll be able to hear that on there, but that's being annoying. Anyway, the mitochondria are not only found in eukaryotic cells, but, oh, that's not where I was. Oh. Like the cell membrane controls what moves in and out of the cell. Sometimes viruses can violate and enter it, but viruses are a topic for another day. Alright, I'll give an example. Here, I'm going to act as a cell membrane, and you may have earlier heard my sister in the background being annoying as usual. I'm going to be the cell membrane. She's going to try and get in, but she hasn't made it in the video yet. Now, I'm going to let her in, like the mitochondria does with its things. Kind of forcefully. Run upstairs. You can't be in all night. Because I said so. It's my show. I'm crazy.
You are.
Uh-huh.
Then why'd you
I
put
can
away
make-
the knife?
We're not going to discuss this now. Go. Anyway, most cells can reproduce in one. Oh, wait, I was in the wrong part once again. Like I said, cell membranes, like, it's not hard to explain. Cell membranes filter different substances through them cells using water. The process is called osmosis. Osmosis Jones. Anyway, osmosis can only occur when a semi-permeable membrane is involved, which means the membrane allows certain substances inside of it. Now that we've talked about organelles, let's wrap it up with cellular reproduction. Yeah, we're getting down to the dirty stuff, y'all. This is the best part. Anyway, most cells will reproduce in one of two ways. I need my demonstrator. I don't like this one. I think I can get a better one. Let me see. Ooh, I'm gonna be on SpongeBob. I got a silver spatula. Ain't that special? So, yeah, mitosis. Mitosis is the first kind that most cells go through. So, mitosis is when a cell splits in two, as previously mentioned. Mitosis has 7 stages. It starts with interphase. In interphase, chromosomes duplicate and attach to each other. Following interphase is prophase. In prophase, chromosomes condense and become visible. I mean, not really, unless you got a microscope, like me, because I'm a scientist. I mean, you kind of have to have one if you want to look cool. Anywho, next is prometaphase, where the nuclear membrane breaks apart, like my social life. Not really, I have many friends. I mean, just look at all these people. Like, somebody touching my spaghetti man, or bear, and Glumber hat, and Will Not Lab sign. Oh, why did I say Glumber? That's Green Bay. Anyway. Not gonna be quite as trash. So, Prometaphase is where the nuclear membrane breaks apart, like I said, and this spindle starts reacting with chromosome. What is a spindle, you ask? Well, I don't really know. I may be a scientist, but sometimes, everyone needs Google. But plus, my Wi-Fi went out when I was making the script for this episode. Look up spindle if you really care. Metaphase, which comes next. In metaphase, chromosomes align in the middle. It's kind of like in that Hercules, that Disney movie, which I've never watched. I just put up with my sister watching it. Darn it, it's those darn people upstairs again that I have to share with, like, my landlord. I'm serious, this toilet will go off all day. I'm serious. It's awful, man. So I enjoy my stuff, and then upstairs above my lab, all these people making noise. I mean, who cares? I needed a lab. I got a rent. Okay, whatever. But this has to stop. I'm gonna have to call my landlord about this. Oh, I'll do it after the episode. Anyway, so the movie, the planets align. With cells, though, don't accept to see the Titans get free. Hades, like, they got lucky making the postseason this year. They're trash most of the time. I mean, this is where the Titans belong. Down there with the Cleveland Browns. I think we all can agree, right? Anywho, I'm getting off track. The next is anaphase. And anaphase, the chromosome is split into two genetically identical groups. Right there. Here we had telophase. Not Teletubbies, there are no Tinky Winkies here last time I checked. Now, for all of you that came for that, sorry. Not sorry. Oh, come on again. I'm telling you guys, it's a real problem. In telophase, two separate nuclear membranes begin to form around each set of chromosomes. This is when we get to the final stage of mitosis, cytokinesis, where the cell is successfully split into two identical daughter cells. Right there. Well, I don't know what phase that is. It's one phase. But those of you with a dirty mind and zoom in on that, it's not what it looks like. I may get flagged for this. Why did you get closer? What are you looking at? I wonder if it'll compare sizes. Anyway. So, unless, if something goes wrong, the lysosome, like the police of the cell, is gonna blow everything up. I don't know, did we ever get to lysosomes? And if I left them out, I'm sorry. They're the police of the cell, make every darn thing blow up. They'll just go boom, and then they're gone. Because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to detonate the cell. Anyway, we're gonna get back to this. So, don't worry. You're not gonna die if this happens. We don't worry here in Will Nye Labs. No, we are brave. Oh no, not a fly. Someone grab the fly swatter. Sorry guys, science stuff happening here. Ah, stupid fly. Sorry guys. Didn't mean for this to happen. Always happens. So, anyway, the last subset for now is meiosis. Meiosis has pretty much the exact same phases as mitosis, except it goes through each one twice. Like you have here, and then it starts splitting into more. And then the process also is used mainly for making reproduction cells such as eggs and sperm in animals. This comes to types of reproduction, the two types being sexual and asexual. In sexual, involves two organisms being needed to produce offspring, while asexual involves only one. organisms such as amoebas go through mitosis to reproduce asexually. You know, the amoebas, the ones that go like bloop, 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 bloop. Spot. Again, I don't have a video editor. So, anyway, back to the last few organelles. We have the, I'm going to choose one randomly, the chloroplast in the plant cell. The chloroplasts are what plants use to make their food, you know. They don't have to just go pick up a banana somewhere and eat it. That would be cannibalism, I think, because, you know, it's a plant. Yeah, they make their own food using the sun, water in the ground, and carbon dioxide. Now that's gonna kill us if we're surrounded by it, but not them. And then they make oxygen that's good for us. Blah blah blah. I'm not going to go through all that stuff right now because that's for another episode. But that's what chloroplasts do. And then the last and most important part of all, flagella. Flagella, plural. Flagella is like a tail, you know, bling, like that. And it doesn't do very much. I don't really know what it does, but, you know, it's a thing. And that's essentially what it does. But, nothing, you guys. These people are driving me nuts. Stop it up there. Seriously, folks. Well, anyway, if you enjoyed this episode of Will Not, the Science Guy, please like this video and subscribe to Will Nye, the Science Guy. Blah blah, channel promotions, blah blah, comments, suggestions, please give me. Another idea for a motto. I don't really like this one. Sorry, Wiener Wars, but you suck. I don't want to suck you, though. You're Wiener Wars. That'd be gay.